Hope you guys having the best day ever. And let's jump right into it. So today we're gonna talk. As you see the topic, let's make America great again. Ha! Oh yeah, baby. And it's gonna probably, you know, pick some nerves, on people, and they'll be like, "What? What the heck?" We're gonna talk about politics today, even with the elections coming up tomorrow. But actually, no, my friends, it's not going to talk today. But this is the topic I definitely was in my mind yesterday and today with those election. And I'm like, you know what? We're gonna call today's Mentorship Monday "Make America Great Again," right? And I'm excited for tonight's topic because it's something that I believe each of us as a man, has a role to play in it. All right. And today we're going to talk about why man and what it means to be a strong, reliable man in today's world and how that idea helps us to make America great again, right? So it's not about politics. It's not about even if it's elections coming up. And the topic, like I said, kind of probably is gonna you know, tingle some nerves with this, but no, it's not going to be about politics. It's going to be about who you're going to be voting tomorrow for, Kamala or Trump. To be honest, guys, I'm not going to touch this topic right now to spark any ideas whatsoever. I think none of them is a great leaders. Let's be honest. I mean, that's my honest opinion. You can argue with me. Maybe you're on the one side, left or right, red, blue. But I feel like it's none of them is great, and I cannot even vote. All right, so let's start there. So my opinion right now really doesn't matter because I'm an immigrant from other country and I cannot even vote. So I'm not, like I said, making any topics here about politics. We're gonna move on, and like I said, so that topic today we're talking make America great again. It's not gonna be about politics. It's about personal responsibility. It's about discipline. It's about values we uphold. As a man in our families, in our communities, and society as a whole. Okay, so that's what we're going to talk today. So we hear a lot about greatness, right? So, but what does it really mean, right? So greatness starts with individuals, right? So every one of us, that's where, to become a strong country, I believe it starts with each of us as individuals. I love this quote that, I forgot what his name. Let me pull it. Rumi, right? So like Indian philosopher Rumi. I love this quote. It's one of my favorite quotes in the whole world. And it says, "Yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. And today I am wise, so I'm changing myself." Okay. So let it sink for a second. And this is such a powerful quote that I believe that everyone needs to look up to, right? So we're not looking as a country, we're not looking for politicians. I think they just, even those presidents, they just puppets that, some other people so standing behind just basically playing with them. But it's not what I'm trying to say here, right? So it's not what I'm talking about. So they can do, they can do their promises. A lot of them, they don't do their promises. But what are we as individuals? How we can impact, the world by starting with yourself, right? So do not try to change the world. I was smart because trying to change the world, but when I'm really wise, right? When I'm really wise, I wanted to change myself. So greatness starts with individual, like I said, and it's about each of us choosing to become better, right? To take responsibility and to become that kind of man who makes a difference, right? So who makes a difference for their family, who makes a difference for their community, who makes a difference for their country. It all starts with little by little. You start first with your loved ones, with your family. After that goes with your community. After that goes to people who you work with, around, and all of that, little by little levels up to make a great country. and become a strong, reliable man. It's who makes a really big difference. It's not just about physical strength, right? We're not talking about like fitness. Of course, it's one of the foundations to become a strong man, but it's also about mental resilience, right? It's also about integrity, and it's also about stepping up with when the things gets hard, right? So when the poop hits the fan, so that's really when our strength as a man really shifts up. So like I said, it's not only about how much you can lift or how much you can bench press at the gym, but it's all about mental resilience. It's about integrity, and it's about showing up when the things getting really hard. And America or any other country, I'm talking about just in general, becomes great when the people in it becomes great, right? Especially who men with men who leads their families, who leads their communities, their businesses, who decides to embody greatness in their daily life. All right, so that's how we become great as a nation, with everyone and each of us trying to become great, right? So that's all matters. All right, so what does it mean to become a strong and reliable man, right? So I want you to think about these two qualities and in a deeper way. Okay, let's call this way. So strength, right? So strength isn't just physical; it's mental and emotional, right? So there's another two types of strength, and it's all about being great as a man and being strong. It's about being able to handle stress, right? Number one. So handle stress. Also, it's all about overcoming setbacks. Do not just think about them, like all the past failures, but just overcome them and move on. And it's also about staying disciplined even the motivation isn't there, right? I talked about this so many times before in the previous lives. The discipline, motivation comes and goes, but discipline, that's what really gets you going. Probably heard motivation, it's what gets you started, but discipline, it's what gets you going, right? So reliability, another thing, it's about showing up consistently, right? It's not just like you show up when you're feeling it. No, it's about showing up consistently, whether you feel it or no, right? Keeping your word, another one. When you're keeping your word to yourself, to your loved ones, it's another great skill, right? It's a great strength that you can show as a man, that it can impact any other area of your life. So are you the person who others can count on, right? So ask yourself, am I really that person? Can someone ask me about something, they can count on me? Or I just I just make promises and I never keep them? So think about that. So can you call yourself a great and strong man? And I'm not talking about, like I said, about bench press, but are you mentally and are you physically strong, right? So are you emotionally strong? Are you keeping your word? So all of these questions I want you to ask yourself today in order to see how we can make America great again, right? So, and for me, for example, I want you to look who's been role model in your life. Maybe it's your dad, or of course, maybe it's your uncle, maybe it's your older brother. We all have someone in our life who we look up to, right? So, and we're not trying to put them on pedestal, to just be, oh my God, I want to be like that. No. So you never, any man in their life needs to put anyone on pedestal, but it's all about having someone, some role model, or taking the best out of, your dad qualities, of your uncle's quality, of your older brother qualities, and implementing them and live by those core values your life. Okay, for me, for example, that was dad. Of course, my dad, he's always was the person who you can always rely on. I'm not even kidding. Like any neighbor, any friend will ask him for something to help, he can count on him every freaking time. And I loved it so much. I love so much about him that you can always rely on him, no matter how he will be tired, no matter how he's busy. He's been doing construction work for like 20 years. No matter how he tired, he comes home, but he always can rely on him. No matter what he promised to do, he always keeping his word. And that's the one of the qualities I'm trying to copy and I'm trying to take from him, from my dad, and implement in my life. All right, and people around me. So Again, like I said, look and think who's in your life, guys. You have role models and what those core values that you can implement from them. All right. Again, today's life pretty short. Like I said, I just wanted to remind you, right? So it's not about politics, my friends. It's not about who's going to be elected tomorrow, whether it's a one side or another. No, and I don't want you to rely on them and just think that, when the new president comes, oh my God, this country is going to be great again and everything's going to be amazing. So don't rely on them, but rely only on yourself, right? Start with yourself. If you want to make your country great again, become great yourself, right? And how you can become great yourself, like I said, we're going to recap right now. So here's the takeaway, right? To wrap up today's masterclass or today's live. So here's what you can do, right? So number one, right? So how you can make your country great again. Like I said, start with yourself, right? So make yourself great, right? So have your core values that you can lead by and you can follow through, right? So number one, it's set and stick to your standards, right? I talked about last week about raise the standard. We have already less than 60 days. We have about like 56 days left in this year, and I encouraged everyone, and there was homework for everyone to raise your standard, right? For the rest of the year, for the next 60 days, raise your standard. If you want to become another version 2.0 version of you, you need to raise your standards. So set and stick to your standards. Number one, right? So define your standards for yourself and don't compromise on them. Do not compromise on them, whether it's in your work, fitness, relationship. Stick to those values and just do them no matter what, right? Number two, practice daily discipline. Like I said, we talked before, motivation, it comes and goes. It just vanishes, every other day. But discipline, it's what's gonna get you going. So discipline is a foundation, I would call it. This is foundation of strength. This is your discipline, right? So find one thing you can do daily that challenges you and just do it consistently. Seriously, one thing I'm asking you this year will be a homework right now for November. So for the next 26 days, that's enough time to build a new habit. So find one thing, something really hard, ideally, that you can do and stick to it consistently every single day, no matter what. It can be waking up early, it can be sticking to your workout plan, it can be drinking 3 liters of water every day. No matter what it is, find something around fitness. Like I said, fitness is a foundation, and discipline, this is foundation of your strength. So if you can just stick to it, just pick one thing and stick to it for the next 3 weeks. All right. And number three, how you can become great, that will lead to a great country, is show up for others. Seriously, don't think one guy will come, one lady will come, next couple days and it's gonna save the country. No, show up for others. That's how we keep gonna become great, and you're gonna make this country great again. So reliability, right? Reliability is about being there, show up for others, for your loved ones, be there for your family, for your loved ones, for your friends, no matter who needs it, even maybe some stranger, whoever comes to you and genuinely needs help, keep help them and keep your word, man. Keep your word no matter what you say. If you want to make some really bold statement or something that you really wanted to do but you're not keeping your word, make it public. Here's a little hack for you. If you're trying to something to do but you always fell off, make it public. Post it on your Instagram, post it on your Facebook, and make some bold statement. Make it public. That will help you to keep your word. All right. And be a positive force. And support those around you in whatever you can. Just do your best every day, showing up to your loved ones, to your community, to anyone who needs it. All right, do your best. All right. Number one, set and stick to your standards. Number two, practice discipline daily. Right, do something challenging, uncomfortable daily, and do it consistently. And number three, show up for others. Okay. So that's the three things I want to leave you with today. So I encourage you, each one of you today, to reflect on this life. And like I said, just think how you can become great, or if you're already doing all of these things, just continue doing them on a higher level. There's always room to level up. So, yeah, let's make America great again, right? By starting with yourself, my friends. All right. I hope this slide was helpful for you. Love you, everyone. Have an amazing week ahead of you. And I'll see you next one. Peace. All right, friends. YouTube Live. That was a pleasure. I'm checking just real quick. Just picked up my nose until it started bleeding. And oh my God, guys, what's going on? These comments. All right. Hope everyone have an amazing day, guys. Love you. Follow for more. I'll see you in the next one.